is swept in by Josh Karoma.
Flips this one in. Goes to the far post. Nagayama with the goal.
Good evening, one and all. Welcome to the channel for tonight's show. As we talk about the game of the weekend. I am smiling right now, but trust me, I wasn't after the game on Saturday evening. Wow, I can't actually, get over what happened on Saturday, if I'm honest with you. I'm still very, I think we all are, very much, it's a tough one to take. It really is a tough one to take. We are going to get into, obviously, but it was a huge controversy after our 1-1 draw against Bristol. I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless. Obviously, we were very angry, like I say. I think, let's be honest with each other here. The state of, the referees in this country is abysmal. It really is abysmal. And I think that what we saw on Saturday was a disgraceful performance by Rebecca Welsh. And all these people saying, it's about gender. It's nothing about gender. This is about solely her performance. I'm not one of those that will go down that road in that avenue. I'm not like that. I'm judging her on her performance, and I think it's safe to say that that was a very bad performance. It's just disgraceful, really, isn't it? The penalty decision at the end. We're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. We're going to follow the process of the game, talk about the game first, and obviously that was a huge talking point in the game. But anyway, we're going to get into the comments. Oris, big up Ryan. Make sure you drop a like once you enter and subscribe for new. Poor results in the Bristol game. I'm sure you will talk. We'll talk about the rubbish officiating from the referee. Don't you worry, I will be doing very, very soon. But very, very bad. Very hard to take. You're leading. You think you're going to get the 3 point, a massive 3 points in the context of staying up, and it gets taken away from you by a horrible decision. By the referee, and the timing of it as well. We will get into it, don't worry. But very, very poor indeed. Of course, there's still a chance we stay up, but I think it gets to a point now where I'm extremely worried about staying up now. I am. There's no question about it. If you look at the table now and you look at what's happening, decisions like this go against you as well, on top of everything else. It doesn't look good. And obviously we've got two massive home games. Swansea on Saturday, and obviously then the game against Birmingham, which if we can win the Swansea game, because like I said, I'm taking one game at a time here. If we win the Swansea game and we go into that Birmingham game, hopefully, we've still all to play for, because like I say, if we lose on Saturday, then that could be it. Which is, But we do need wins. Hi mate, hope you're okay. Rebecca Welsh should never referee again. I just can't come to terms with it, unfortunately. Can't come to terms with the fact is that we are constantly on the end of these decisions. And like I say, Saturday, that was pretty bad, wasn't it? So she should not be refereeing again at this level. And let's make no mistake about it. Not just her. There's many referees in this league that shouldn't be at the level they are. But let's be honest. I think it's not just her, but on this, it's just I can't agree more. JK time, JK is finding some form, isn't he? The business end of the season, he really is finding some top form. So fair play to him. And it's good to see him obviously coming alive at this time of the season when we need him. Hopefully he can keep it up. Aiden says, apart from the penalty, I thought we deserved the win. The effort was there. I thought it was kind of the better side on the day. But of course, the referees always want us to do bad. Yeah, look, we will get into the game. Honestly, don't worry. I was happy with the performance too. To be fair, I think that we did play well on that. And yeah, we did deserve to win. They didn't really test. They didn't really test Nichols much all afternoon, did they? Bristol. I think they were very poor. So yeah, we were the best side. But like I say, when we do play fairly well, we always seem to get screwed over by the decisions that are made. So honestly, it's a disgrace. It really is. Swansea's a must-win. Blue says that if we don't and Birmingham beat Rotherham, Birmingham need to not lose against us and we are down. Yeah, right. Well, like I said, I can't. I think these next couple of games are going to be torture, aren't they? They're going to be absolute torture. How the emotions, that obviously Saturday's big game, but yeah, I mean, honestly, there's so much at stake, as we know, and I think that it's all ifs, buts, and maybe what will happen, what will done, but yeah, we're in a bad position, but we're still not out of this yet. We're still not out of this, and I think we just have to keep fighting. Use this decision on Saturday as fuel to, and the players need to do this, not us, because obviously but use this injustice that was served to us on Saturday as fuel to get the results now, and I didn't want it to go down to the final game of the season. Well, nobody did, but I didn't want it to go down to the final game of the season against Ipswich with all to play for, because it's just. But honestly, we have to get to that stage first. I'm jumping ahead too far, but I'm just saying. So our last game is against Ipswich. So, but yeah, the permutations are there. Hopefully, Birmingham slip up against Rotherham. I can't see it, but you never know. If they can get a draw, then if Rotherham can draw, then I think that would be a good result, and we beat Swansea. Then hopefully that'll be good for us. Then honestly, I thought the effort and dedication was there from time to win the game. Chance, but referee had to ruin it at the end. Yeah, you can't fault. I think that we give it our all. I think it was one of our better performances that we've seen this season. To be fair, I think we played fairly well, and yeah, we did have we had chances, but yeah, like I said, the referee had to ruin it at the end, like you said. So yeah, honestly, I'm fuming. Make sure you smash the likes already. Yeah, thank you. There are too many referees who want to be celebrities, Blue. Yeah, you're right. And like I said, there is seriously a big problem with officiating in this country. There's no question about it. It is so bad. It is really bad. Great vocal support from the fans at Bristol. Yeah, good evening to you, Mark, by the way. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was great. It was great to see so many made the journey down. Obviously, they did offer the free coach travel down for the fans, so that got a few more down there. So, but yeah, we're always vocal support. We always give good support, don't we, as fans, really. But yeah, good point there. But yeah, let's get into the game then, guys, because obviously we're going to start with the lineup, because I have a lot of things to say about this guy. I know it always seems to be that I'm complaining about the alliance, but it's not the case. It's just what I see here. So we actually set up in a 4-4-1-1 on Saturday. Obviously, Nichols in goal, Spencer, Hellick, Lees, Pearson at the back with Karoma, Kasumu, Matos, and Thomas. Ridoni further forward as the player in behind the striker, of course, and Bergzorg leading the line. Now, I've got a few things I want to say about this, because first of all, by the way, I think that the fact that Lees was back and Ridoni was back in the starting 11, obviously we knew they'd travel to the game, but we didn't know if they were going to start. That was great news. Good to see them back. Pearson, again, right back for me doesn't work. I can't understand why he keeps playing in there. So personally, I don't think I would have put Pearson right back, but that's just me. But the most annoying thing, if you look to the bench here, we have got 3 strikers sat on the bench. He decides to go for a winger in Bergzorg as a striker. What is that about? I can't get my head around it. And this is where I do question Brighton Writer, because I'm sorry, you have got the attackers on the bench. You've got out and out striker to start the game, at least one of them, and you decide to put a winger there, and ultimately there's no logic in it. The point is having a strike on that pitch. Obviously, it does give yourself the best chance to at least score. I know we haven't scored, but I mean, if you've got strikers available, use them. And obviously we'll go into his game management as well when I go through the game more. But yeah, this is exactly why I'm not convinced about him right now, because it doesn't really make sense to me. Mark said early yellow card for Spencer was a sign of things to come from the ref. We had 6 by the end. This is another thing. She was very card happy, wasn't she, with us? But yeah, with them, she only gave 1 card out to them, and we, like I said, we had ended up getting 6 in the end. So it's just unbelievably biased and unbelievably bad. That's it. But yeah, I agree. I think you want the 3 cookies as tackled on the pitch at the start. Yeah, but the thing is, Healy's not slow, is he? He's got some pace. But again, I'm sorry, the game showed as well that we needed attackers on the pitch, because, like I said, the first half, we're going to get into the first half now. First big chance. So yeah, we started the game very well, actually, didn't we? We did start the game very well. Let me just have a look here. So yeah, promising start for us. Obviously, nice flick around the corner from Corona out wide, gives Spencer room to run into, but his through ball is overhit and goes out for a goal kick. So again, it's just that end product which we have struggled with all season. But again, we did start the game brightly. We were trying to make things happen, so it was encouraging to begin with. Again, we break into the penalty area with Bergzorg. He looks to find a teammate for a tap-in with a cutback, but the ball obviously evades Radoni and Corona, so neither can connect. But again, getting in the right areas, we were probing and we were trying to get in, to score. The next thing was obviously more room for us down the right. Radoni playing Bergzorg in. His layoff allows Kasumi to shoot, but it's blocked off Radoni and out for a goal kick. So it's just the end product, isn't it? But the big chance in this game was this one. The first big chance was the Bergzorg chance. Obviously, a great ball in from Thomas on the right. The forward doing well to connect, but he just scooped it over the bar. And yeah, it was, again, I go back to it. If you have a striker on that pitch, I'm not making, but I think if you have a striker on that pitch, I think really, I'm not saying he would score, but he's more of a striker's instinct, and he could have got on the end of one of those, and yeah, that's just what I think. Again, we kept going. Another good cross from Thomas. Spencer flying to meet the ball at the far post. Just underneath it, he grazed an effort off his head wide. So yeah, it was a good ball in from again, Thomas always trying to obviously get the balls in, and obviously Spencer just mistimed it. So it was an unlucky chance. We kept going. Nice work from Corona and Burt going forward again, cutting back into space. There isn't a runner coming close to hit it. Town keep the ball though, and Sorbaton is eventually fouled wide in the right wing. So yeah, obviously we kept going and we kept going. And Alex Matos had a chance. Obviously, he fired his half volley wide from the edge of the box after Townsley. Corner only half cleared after a Thomas delivery. And then this was another good chance, wasn't it? Chroma Koroma did well to obviously hold off and then beat a defender to shoot after Berger flicked him through. So, yeah, look, the stats at half-time suggest that we were very much playing well, but it was just without that killer instinct, if you could say so. Obviously, we didn't test the keeper, which obviously was the most disappointing part. But yeah, we did play really well. We did. Obviously, if you look at their tally, they had no efforts on goal even at all. So that just speaks volumes. I think in the second half, though, I think that obviously you did expect a reaction from them, really, didn't you? And I think they did start to come into the game a bit, and there were no changes at the break. Again, I probably would have. I mean, to be fair, we did play well. It was that, but again, the strikers have sat on the bench. I would have changed it maybe at this point, but especially when obviously Bristol started to come into the game, more pace their play, and we had to spend a bit of time defending. Now, I've lost my track now. I've lost my track of where I am. Yeah, the home side working nicely forward and give James time and space to shoot from the edge, but Nichols watched it closely all the way through and saved it with some confidence. Right, so yeah, even though they did come into the game, Nichols was never really tested. They were all pretty much routine saves, weren't they, really? Bristol didn't really offer much. Again, we go for Thomas finds help from the free kick, but obviously the town defender can only flick it weakly towards goal. Obviously, it was an easy save for the keeper for them. So they changed it with Wells coming on. Now this was a chance, excellent number 4 from Koroma, seizing feet, Thomas in the box, final with his right, it's saving out for a corner. Now this was the first change that he waited and waited until the 80th minute to bring on a striker. And for me, that I don't really understand that. You know, you get him on a bit earlier. Give him more time to make an impact, and that's it really. So, yeah, I think that's it. But then we did make the breakthrough just after that. Here he is, JK time, 1-0 town, and we just more on the go. See 2-2 for Koroma as well. Number 10 smashing home with right from close range. Jack Radoni actually looked like he shot, but he deflected to Koroma very nicely, who slotted home from close range. And yeah, Healy did have a chance, didn't he? He headed it over just from the corner, which was a good chance for us to maybe capitalise. And then obviously the game started to become quite stretched later on. Bergzorg and Healy combined to try and play Tomlin behind the goalkeeper. Read it well. Then obviously the home side then go up the other end and try to smash a low ball across, but Leeds is there to block. Josh Lewis says, good evening. Oh, you've had a good... Yeah, well, I don't really think I have had a good weekend, to be honest with you. I think when things like this go against you, I think it's it kind of ruins you. Well, it does ruin your weekend really. So yeah, I hope you've had a good one anyway. We definitely do need a strike on the pitch because we always lack in the final third. If you have Bergzorg on the pitch, he'll always be offside. Yeah, Bergzorg is always offside, isn't he? He's always lagging behind, and I just think he seems to like Bergzorg, right? But I still think you need somebody as well as if he wants. I wouldn't start Bergzorg personally, but if he wants to start him, then at least put somebody else with him, and maybe that would work. But yeah, the time of the substitutions have been an issue. Sometimes right, sometimes too late. For me, I just think the timing of the substitutions and he doesn't. I don't know. I'm just not convinced by his in-game management. As I said, I just think it's very questionable for me. I don't care how long he's been here. I have to look at what I see, I have to look at, where he, what he does, how the decisions he makes. But then obviously the big controversy. I am going to actually video. And not that we've seen this we've seen this enough, haven't we? But I'm going to just play this. This was the penalty decision, and we're going to just. Here we are. Yeah. Let's have a look at the penalty before we discuss it, guys. Just quick. So yeah, as you can see, that was the penalty. Now, I'm sorry, how can you give a penalty for this? Because Turton's position was natural. He didn't have any. He had his back to. He had his back to the gut. He didn't actually have it. He had his back to it, and I think for me, it was a very, very poor call. If you look at it, obviously Ollie Turton, as you can see, comes in to make the challenge, turns his back so his arms are facing the other way, and it hits his body. It hits his body. It isn't a handball. Never a penalty, and I don't think I've seen anybody say that it was a penalty, which speaks volumes. And I'm not going to sit here and say that is a decision that is why we are in the position we're in, because it's not. We've been rubbish all season, and prior to this game, we dropped so many points from winning positions. But these decisions, can be the reason you go down as well, because I think that these are crucial, huge decisions. The timing of the decision as well. Why did we play so long? There were initial 5 minutes injury time. The penalty was given in the 99th minute, I believe. Now, I know there was things happening in the injury time. See, Henrik went down, a player went down for them as well, and there was a substitution. But you cannot tell me that adds up to the amount of time that she added on. I just can't accept that. It shouldn't even have got to that stage where we was in that position to concede that penalty, and it had to be Ollie Turton, didn't it? Obviously, he had just come onto the pitch in the as I said, in injury time. Obviously, anyone that obviously doesn't know, obviously Ollie Turton suffered a very serious injury. He's only just come back from 14 months out after an ACL injury, which obviously a really bad injury. Prior to that, he'd actually already been out injured before that as well. He'd only just come back. I think he played in one of the B team games last year, in January last year, and he obviously suffered that injury in that game as soon as just as he was building up his minutes. So for him to come on and get given a penalty against him that clearly wasn't, he's had a tough time. I did feel gutted for him, realistically. I did. I think he's had a really rough time this past year, and obviously spoke about that in one of his interviews that he did see on the YouTube channel Towns. But yeah, it's sickening, really is sickening. Ian says, maybe you think we should have had a penalty in the second half. Remind me of that one, Ian, because I can't remember now. Remind me what happened. I'm sure you can tell me. Like I said, I wasn't actually at the game, so I haven't only really seen the extended highlights on the YouTube channel. So yeah, that's it really. But yeah, the penalty, yeah, very poor, abysmal refereeing. You have to be 100% sure to give that penalty at the time of it and the moment of it. And I just think, wow, how have you actually given that? How is this possible? What did you actually want him to do? You know, he didn't make any intention, and like I said, this was the view of what she actually. This was the view of what she actually was looking straight at it, and she instantly gave it to him straight away, and I just can't get over it. I think it's just, you know, we had her at the home game against Hull, if you remember, in February, and she was awful then. And yeah, obviously, like I say, Wells steps up for the penalty. Of all people, Naki Wells. I told you that he would come back to haunt us, and yeah, he scored it. Pretty sure that we knew that was happening, but yeah, obviously it finishes on square. Yeah, it's just a real. This is a psychological blow. This, the players obviously afterwards, obviously, there were a lot of emotions in the dressing room. Apparently, Andrea came out and said after the game, and yeah, obviously the players were quite upset by the decision, and yeah, but like I said, we have to use this injustice to our benefit now. The players have to use this as fuel to get out of this, because like I said, it looks very inevitable now. I'm afraid, you know, we're relying on other teams to help us out. Whereas if these extra 2 points would have put us in control of our own destiny. Them extra 2 points, but you could say that about any of the, like at Preston. We've had a really bad week at Preston. We had 1-0 up, scored the lead. You go further back, Rotherham is in my mind still. That Rotherham game, if we didn't win that game, and that was another 2 points dropped. So yeah, look, overall thoughts, like I said, Leeds was superb, by the way. Obviously, Leeds and Radoni were, but both came through the 90 minutes. Obviously, Leeds, right place, right time, with his headers. Like I say, he's a warrior. Like his distribution was good as well. Really cool and composed, and really good to see him back here. Obviously, he's a key component of that defence. So yeah, he played well. And then Radoni, I think Radoni was brilliant, by the way. I know people do give him stick, and obviously I kind of said he does need to work on his finishing. He's a bit wasteful. He did have some chances in this game as well. But I think Radoni, when you take him out of the team and he came back in, obviously at the weekend, you see what a big difference he actually does make. You know, obviously. Really set the tone early on, set the pace early on in that first half. That great challenge he made in the opening minutes, because he was up and down, in people's faces, drove into the box a few times too, and like I say, got his bit of luck for the deflection that goes to Chroma. You can call it a part assist, I suppose. But yeah, you know, like I said, Radoni made a big difference. And like I say, you could really see how much we have missed him when he hasn't played well. So he obviously came through fine. Matos looked quite a lot brighter, didn't he, in this game? A lot better. Obviously, he has been a bit off it recently, but I think this was a good game for him. You know, got in people's faces, got challenged in, got in good positions, and drove forward the ball. And yeah, I think that he played a lot better, so that was good to see. I might be wrong there. My mind must be going. I thought we did have a penalty shot in the game. Sorry for the confusion, mate. Yeah, I don't think we did. I don't think we did, to be honest with you. I don't think we did. But yeah, like I said, this result, yeah, I mean, like I said, an extra 2 points. I think if we go down, I'm not saying I'm blaming, but if we go down, I think this game will be very vivid in our memories. It will be very there. It will be very there, because we were literally denied a win that we rightly deserved, and we just got completely robbed, unfortunately. by the decision that was made. Like I say, I have no idea how you can give a penalty for that. I just can't understand it. And she couldn't wait to give the penalty. She literally straight away gave the penalty, and I just can't. I don't know. I'm just speechless at that decision. That decision, like I said, is just tough to take. I think what we saw on Saturday is that there was a lot of togetherness. It looked like we was playing as a team, in my opinion. Yeah, it did look like I think obviously this team sometimes has had a bit of. I think communication can be a big problem for this team, to be honest with you. There doesn't seem to be much communication at times, because I think at times you see, players, two players going for the same ball, for example, and I just think, you just got to talk to each other, But yeah, I think that we like I said, we did play well. Like I said, we just lacked that, that killer instinct in the first half with the chance we had. Had we have had a striker on, would we have maybe been able to get a goal or two in that first half? I don't know. I'm just saying, if he would have started with a striker, I think that he would have given us maybe a better chance of converting one of those that we had, and at least testing the keeper. Because, like I said, we didn't test the keeper in the first half. As good as it was, we didn't test him in the first half. And then we got the goal from a counter attack, didn't we? Really, in that aspect with the goal. So yeah, like I say, he hasn't started with the strikers, okay, but like I said, he should have brought them on earlier. Bristol were there for the taking for me. I think they were there for the taking. I don't know why he hasn't, kind of changed it up a bit. I think if you look at how they were playing, they were constantly playing out from the back, weren't they? They were constantly. I think if you have a bit of kind of pressure, someone like Danny Ward with the experience, he could have closed down in the final stage. He could have closed the game down in the final stages too. And yeah, I just don't get the decisions. I think that's where you need Wardy. When playing out from the back, I think Wardy would have made a difference. If you put him under pressure. I just think the reaction time from the coach is just very slow. It's a long time to be leading it before bringing a striker on. But yeah, like I say, use this as fuel to go on now, I think is the message. I think starting Bergs on up front, I mean, look, he isn't a striker. He hasn't got that striker's finish. Like you said, Abe, you said earlier, I've noticed this a few times as well. He's constantly lagging behind. He's always offside because he can't be bothered to get back. He's so late. It's just so late. It's just pure laziness, I think. I think for me, though, like I said, the inability to see games out again, it's just been awful. I think it's so pedestrian, like I said, in the half. And it's so pedestrian overall. I think we've got to hold that possession in their half instead of gifting the ball back to them. I think that's something. And yeah, like I said, he's not very reactive, the coach. So yeah, it's one of those. We're in a real mess, and I am worried. We just can't afford to go down. I suppose anybody can. No team can, but we just can't afford to go. We have been loitering for a lot of the years in relegation, and getting lucky. And I don't know. I just think has our luck run out now? I don't know. I just think it just feels that way, We have to keep fighting. We have to keep fighting in this. We've got 2 home games. Like I say, Swansea, nothing to play for on Saturday. Let's just get a striker on that pitch from the start. Let's go brave. let's get at them from the start and get the result we need, you know. And yeah, but like I say, they've certainly, if we can just get over the line, and get safe next season, we could really have a good season if we can just, you know, if we can just somehow, somewhere get out of this. Then, yeah, lack of composure on the ball has been a major issue in our game management. There has been a distinct lack of that. I agree, Mark. I think, I do have to agree. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we have to go again. Like I said, and another thing is as well, the results that went against us this weekend again. I don't want to keep pinning the result, you know, but when you look at the results, I don't think anybody anticipated the results that were to happen. You know, I know Leicester have been shaky, but obviously Plymouth beating Leicester, I mean, I don't think nobody expected that. And then, obviously, on the Saturday, Blackburn somehow beat Leeds. That was another shock result. I don't know how that happened. It's all these results that I just think, that's just typical. And Birmingham as well. Birmingham winning 3-0 against Coventry. I don't think anybody saw that coming. So look, we have to go into the next few games. The like I said, 3 cup finals, like you said, Aidan, and we have to. But like I said, it's going to be very difficult to watch. As fans, we're going to be put through the emotions of the game. It's just going to be so difficult. I'm dreading it. Really. I'm actually dreading it because football does strange things, you know. It means so much to us, doesn't it? As fans, we go and then this game is more than a game to us, although I think the goal difference as well. If you look at our goal difference, that concerns me. Now, I'm not saying we have to. I don't want to stay up on goal difference, but I'm just saying the fact is our goal difference is a lot worse. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday is worse than us. But you look at Birmingham, and they've got -16. Stoke, 47 points, -19. QPR, -17. So I suppose it's very close, but I just... Obviously, Birmingham next week have got Rotherham, like I said, like we mentioned that earlier, and I don't know. If we can get a draw out of Rotherham, come on, Rotherham just needs to draw and we need to win. Then it's in our hands. It's in our hands again if we can beat Swansea, because obviously then we play Birmingham, and then the difference will be 4 points. It depends what Sheffield Wednesday do as well, though, guys. So I don't want to discount Sheffield Wednesday because obviously they are on the same points as us. But I'm looking at the team above us first and foremost. I think that's what I'm doing. So yeah. The only time you want Leeds to win and they lose. I mean, to be fair, I don't ever like to say that, but yeah, I mean, we could have done with a big favour from Leeds, but yeah, they let us down. Like everyone, well, not everyone, but teams seem to have let us down this weekend. So yeah. Ori says, for me, Andre has to start playing with a striker and needs to stop playing without a natural striker because it could kill us. Yeah, I mean, I kind of mentioned that earlier. I think that we just want to see a striker on that pitch, especially when you've got 3 on the bench. Use one of them. We haven't had those options all season either. So when we've got to utilise those players on the bench. And I don't buy all this. Players can't do 30 minutes or whatever. Get them on that pitch, for goodness sakes, because you've got to play through it. These are professionals. Just play through it, man. And Bojan at least could have had a start of the game. Maybe Healy come on at half time. Whatever. I don't know. Ward, like I said, Ward would have been a good option maybe, but yeah, I agree. He just killed us again on Saturday. I just think we could have got a better lead. We could have got a few goals in that first half if you look at the chances. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just one of those. I wish I could be there for Swans game. If we can edge it, we'll at least keep Birmingham in our sights. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Mark, you won't be there, but I'm presuming you may come up for the Birmingham game then or something. But yeah, obviously, I know you're from Devon, so it's a long way up for you. But yeah, like I say, if we can just edge that game, like I said, one game at a time, and then give us a chance against Birmingham the week after, and get 6 points. Because to be fair, I think it's the manner of the way we drop points here. I did actually say it was going to be 1-1, but I never obviously didn't anticipate the way it was going to be 1-1, of course. But so I think the circumstances, it felt like a loss. I think we all agree it felt like a loss on Saturday. And then obviously I did say we need to win our next 2 games at home anyway, so nothing's really changed. But I think it's the fact that the others have picked up points. Like I said, Birmingham won. I know Sheffield Wednesday ended up drawing, so that wasn't a bad result. But yeah, the teams above us though, they didn't really. There's a few teams that have actually pulled away over the weekend because of their results. Plymouth and things like that. So yeah, one of those. Come on, Rotherham. Yeah, I mean, look, we can't. Rotherham. If we're being realistic, I know obviously they beat Millwall a few weeks back. Rotherham. Nobody thought they would win that game, but I don't know. As we know, Rotherham have been so bad this season, haven't they? So I don't think. You never know, I suppose. At least draw for us, Rotherham. Come on. At least draw for us. I don't expect you to beat them, but draw. Marks, I think one of the strikers will start saying, and they have to do, Mark. They have to do, because at the end of the day, we have to go for it. We need to really go for it on Saturday, and because ultimately, I'll say that if we don't win on Saturday, I'm kind of resigned to relegation right now, to be honest with you. There's still hope. There is still a small glimmer of hope. But I think if we lose on Saturday, that's it for me. There's no chance we get out of it. Because like I said, we go to Ipswich on the final day. By the look of it, there will be something to play for them in that final game. So kind of hoping that they'd already be promoted or know where they would be, obviously maybe the playoffs. But nobody wants to go up either. So that game looks like it's going to be... there's going to be something playing for both teams, but yeah, I'll hope we're there for the Birmingham and Ipswich away, come what may. Yeah, nice one, Mark. Yeah, nice one. So yeah, we're just gonna have to see. But I just think it's just utterly heartbreaking when you. I just keep reliving that game on Saturday. I just keep reliving it, and I just can't seem to get over the decision to give that penalty. Because, and the time as well. You don't need to add that much time on at the end. I can accept a few minutes. I know it's a minimum. There was a 5 minutes added on at the end. It's always a minimum when they add on time. So I get that. But and obviously there were things going on in the injury time, but there was certainly not 4 minutes extra. They were maybe 2 or 3, but they weren't 4 minutes that she should. So I just, I don't know. We owe Birmingham one for 2001. Yeah, obviously, my goodness. I've been very, very young then, Mark, so I don't remember that. But obviously I know about that. I think I listened to a podcast earlier on, a town podcast earlier on about that. About the drama with Birmingham in 2001. So yeah, we certainly owe them one. for that. Now, yeah, so yeah, I think I've kind of covered it. I kind of covered everything, to be honest with you. I think, look, we're still in this, as bleak as it looks, we're still in this. I just hope that we can recover. We need to really, in the next few home games, especially after the home games coming up, we need to really make a lot of noise and and hopefully. But I just think the nerves of these next 2 games, well, I do. We don't know. This next game, I just think the nerves are going to be very high. But yeah, it's one of those. I would like to see Bojan starting Saturday, but at least it's natural strike, and that's what matters. Yeah, I mean, I just want to see a striker. I don't care who it is, really. I just want to see a strike, and maybe go with 2 up top. Maybe go with 2. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about the formation, to be honest with you, what we should go for, to be honest with you. But obviously, Healy has done well since he's got back fit. 2 goals he's got. So I'd be tempted to start either Healy or Bojan, maybe, or even both, if you want to be brave. And obviously Ward's on the bench if you want to bring him on. So yeah, look, we do. We just need to see a striker start for sure. But yeah, we can still get to the 50-point mark. But my question now is that going to be enough? Who knows? Who knows if it's going to be enough? And the thing is, we're asking a team to win back-to-back games. We've only done it once this season. We've won 9 all season. 9 games all season out of these games. And we've got back-to-back wins that we won this season. And I can't remember which games it was now, but I remember that's how bad this season gone. I just want to forget about it. But yeah, but we did. Earlier on this season, we did get back-to-back wins. So we've only done that once this season. But we can't look at it as 2 games. We have to look at it as 1 game at a time. But the unfortunate thing is, I really hope it isn't the case, but the unfortunate thing is, it looks like the final day, we will have to go ahead and get a result, which we didn't want to happen. And yeah, because like I say, you're asking a lot to, if we can get 7 points from 9, then I think that would be okay. That would keep us safe. But I don't really think. I don't want to look at the Ipswich game, to be honest. I want to think about what we're doing with these next few and see what happens. So yeah, I think that's it for tonight. To be honest with you, I've kind of rambled on a bit of a chaotic show. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And yeah, we'll look forward to. Well, I don't even look up, but we'll look forward to the try and look forward to the game on Saturday, I suppose. I don't think we look forward to games at this stage with so much riding on these results. I don't think enjoyment is part of the equation really. But we're back on Friday for the preview to the game this weekend, so stay tuned for that. But I think that's all we're going to be doing this week. Don't think any content will be out. So yeah, that's all we're going to be doing this week. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. But hopefully, we can pick up enough points to keep us up, and then. But yeah, we are relying on others now to get us out of it. Whereas if we would have got the win that we deserved and what we should have had, then it would have been in our own destiny, and things would have looked so much different, as we know. But yeah, we have to try and regroup this week and be ready for Saturday, and sure we will be. But I think right now it's still very much difficult to to kind of overcome, if you could say so. Great live stream. I always love watching them onwards and upwards up the town. Yeah, thank you, Aidan, for that. Glad you enjoyed it. And I do try and make these good, but I'm not. Sometimes it can be quite chaotic, but yeah, do my best. Anyway, guys, have a good rest of the week anyway, and hopefully we can regroup, like I said, when we go again on Saturday. But I will be back on Friday for the preview show to the game, so we'll go into it a bit more detail on Friday. Hopefully we can a few more days settle what's happened, and then we have to go again, because like I said, we're not out of it as much as miracles do happen in football, and I know that we've had so many miracles in the past, especially not last season was a miracle, but just one last miracle, and then we cannot be in this situation again. So, but yeah, we just have to see. But yeah, anyway, have a good week. I'll see you back here on Friday for another live show. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Up the town.